Hey, you're wide receiver Khalil Shakir, right?
I sure am, kid. Here, go long.
Whoa! You're pretty good at football, man.
And you guys are pretty good at pizza.
Oh, sick.
Dude.
3, 2, 1.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Postgame Show podcast here on Trainwreck Sports. Jake Micah, joined live from Rec Room by Slick and Maniac. The Bills just defeat the Colts 30-20 in this one. Great game all around. A lot to work on this year, but a huge win. Pretty dominating performance when it came down to it. How are the vibes today, guys?
We talked about it going into it. It was a second quarter trap game opportunity, Micah, but they overcame that hurdle. The Josh Allen and co on offense ultimately were able to redeem themselves. And it was pretty smooth sailing from like 20 minutes out, Slick.
It was good. The defense really stepped up early, and it gave us a lot of good hope, especially when we were down some key offensive players. But then we kind of let our foot off the pedal a little there. But, like, trap game my ass, Maniac. You got to stop saying that because I said this, and it was holding to be true. It still is true that the Bills covered. But if that garbage time touchdown didn't happen, we covered the spread times 4. Like, get the hell out of here, trap game. Mike Blunt. Love you, buddy, but, like, eat your heart out.
I agree. Listen, I get what you're saying. They were able to overcome it, but there were trap game, aspects to this game, Mike. I think you wouldn't disagree.
Yes,
Joe
agree.
Flacco, despite an early pick 6, I think that was the most shocking thing. We had Dreamboat cover a 36-1 Bills first touchdown bet.
God.
We were elated here, Rec Room, but all of a sudden it felt like the Colts had the momentum back, Mike, in that first half.
It did, and it was a lot of what we talked about on the pregame with Jonathan Taylor was taking over this game. Jonathan Taylor had some big runs. He had a 59-yard run in this game, ended up 21 for 114. So they did not do a great job of holding him down. And, yeah, it was a typical Bills slow start, but they were still pretty much in control of this game. And Joe Flacco wanted to give the game away. Throwing a pick to Austin Johnson, bro. Johnson?
Dude, I didn't even know dude's name. I asked Zach, I was like, who's 71? It's just the second big man touchdown on the D-line in a couple weeks. Love to see that. And, like, Joe Flacco just resorted at a point to checking down to Taylor. He wasn't even handing it off because he had nothing up the gut all game, Maniac.
I absolutely blew Don's cover. I threw out a Teron Johnson caption because it just felt like it was a play that Teron Johnson would make ultimately.
And he's
but
done
yeah,
it
you
before.
have an amazing play right there off the gate. It did shock me that the Bills weren't able to seize that momentum a little bit more, but ultimately – this is a veteran team, Micah. You know that they're going to be able to kind of just like, they want to play volume, right? Because they know that the more downs, the more hands they deal themselves, the more they'll ultimately be able to take advantage. I think that was what you saw today. After a point in the second and third quarter, they were able to just seize momentum and kind of take advantage of a kind of Colts team that's kind of middling right now.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, with this game, a lot of it was the up and down of Josh Allen, right? Like, he misses Dalton Kincaid on what would have been a surefire touchdown on the right side.
That was not great.
Not great. We're going to have to, monitor Dalton Kincaid.
I was pissed. I was
mad.
I was saying to everybody here, Josh Allen is like your family dog. You just love him so much. Even when he does something bad, you can't really hold him accountable.
I will go to war for Josh Allen. Micah, that's not even the worst thing that I have to complain about tonight. The first interception Josh threw was probably the worst interception I've ever seen from Josh Allen in his whole career. The ball would not have even made it close to Khalil Shakir, who was already pretty well covered one-on-one, and there was no other receiver for that defensive back.
That's what they were trying to say on the broadcast. They were like, oh, no, it would have been like it's just a bad throw. Like, he would have gotten into Shakir. The guy was right on Shakir.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it was a brutal throw.
Brutal. I mean, not a great, we're happy we squeak out with a win, but not a great game to see, how Josh Allen, especially me with an MVP ticket, Maniac.
Yeah, ultimately, listen, if Josh Allen's going to have his 2 interception game and we're going to get a win out of it, that's a result we're going to take as a team. There's been so many games where Josh Allen's been mistake-free, and it was ultimately other players that caused this opportunity. So that's just a little bit of a reversion to the mean, Micah, for me. As Bills fans, we're going to take that any day of the week.
Well, and on top of the plays that you want back from him, he made plays that only he can make, right? Like he made a better pass to Knox down the field later on.
In the breadbasket, dare I say.
Right, yeah, dropped it right in there. Had the scramble drill play on the pass to Mac Hollins towards the end of the second half where he's just
And real quick, I want to jump in because I will hold Josh Allen accountable when he misses that throw to Kincaid. But the reason you take that miss on the throw to Kincaid is because, like you said, you know the plays he's capable of making with Knox, with Hollins on those rollouts. So you obviously are willing to roll the dice because you know in the net you're going to get a positive. It's like,
yeah, the check down is always an option. And like you got that guy Ray Davis too. That
come
always
on in here.
Yeah, get in here, man.
We got a usual. We got a
Ray. How we doing?
Pop in. How are we feeling? What are the vibes after game? You got to yell a little loud.
Hey, listen, we can enjoy ourselves this weekend, man. We had a good time. You know what I mean? But next week, it's all business.
Oh, it's not all business. It is literally scrotum out. Everything is on the line. Man. With that said, real quick, I got to plug you for a second. You're a Rec Room regular. How awesome is it being here during an away game?
Yo, listen, I started here like 3 years ago. Nobody was coming through. Now, this is amazing. Yo, this is the best place to be. When you ain't at the game, you got to come to the Rec Room. The Rec Room, I love y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all roll out the red carpet for me. Love y'all. Bills Nation. Mafia's in the building. Let's fucking go.
That was a great plug. Now plug me about beating Kansas City next week. Talk to me. Talk that shit.
Listen, we got Kansas City. The thing is, during the normal season, we going to get them. We're going to get them. We're going to win the game and everything, but it's the playoffs really what matters. The playoffs really what matters, but, yo, we got them. We got them next week. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, Bills. Thank you very much.
Are we going to see some tears out of Taylor next week?
You said what?
Are we going to see some tears on a Taylor next week?
Tears on a Taylor? You talking about our safety?
Yes.
Tears on a Taylor? Yo,
Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. All right, great. All right, great win. Does this train ever stop?
Never stops.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Circles the wagon.
Oh,
Like
nobody circles it. Let's go.
I think we can all agree on that.
You know that? Amazing. No, because we're still circling. We haven't even stopped yet. It's like, what was your favorite thing that you saw today? Ultimately, Josh Allen was able to persevere on everything. Defense was able to hold after some early struggles. It was a great second half again. Thoughts?
Yes.
Yeah, this doesn't really compliment your point you pointed out, but I think my favorite thing from the game was ultimately the Teron Johnson pick six of the first defensive stand.
Very memorable.
For the Bills. Not only because Donnie hit a 36-1 play, but we were filming, and I said right before the snap, Teron Johnson pick six right here. And then what do you know? He gets the pick. I was nervous, but then he got some blockers, makes it over to the left side of the field. And, yeah, the defense did have a skid there after that, but they stepped up. They got that. The D lineman still had that interception, but after that, let the foot off the pedal, but got the dub, and Josh Allen performed.
Gotta love a Buffalo football team taking care of business. Let's face it, there have been some early losses in the November area with other McDermott teams, 21, 22, and 23. So it was nice to see them take care of business in a spot here where obviously there's a big game next week.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about this team this year. Great composure all year. They've been able to battle back. Even when they're not on their best day, they find a way to win. And this game, they could have won this game by 21 points, 24 points.
That's what I'm saying,
They were in their own way a lot of this.
Yeah, you're right. This felt like a containment game ultimately. You even think back to the stats, and I haven't looked at the box score yet, but it felt like Shakir did a little bit. Mac Hollins had some very nice gains.
Action. Let's get you a little box score action.
On the post-game show. Shout out the 00 post-game show, baby. Just like shout out Picasso's Pizza. Locations all over Western New York. Let's go.
You guys need pizza for Sunday Night Football. Y'all know where to go.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So let's get into this. Allen, 22 of 37, 280 yards, no touchdowns through the air, 2 picks. Obviously, we know that. The rushing game, Cook was 19 for 80 yards. Great day for him. Allen, 8 for 50. Obviously, big chunk plays there. Let's get to your receivers, though. Mac Hollins was your leading receiver. 4 receptions, 86 yards, obviously with the long catch. Shakir, 6 catches, 58 yards. Dawson Knox, 2 for 40. And then Curtis Samuel. He's alive. 4
Yo,
for 35.
I said, because me and Maniac have a joke, I said before this game, this is the Curtis Samuel game.
Very early, Micah. It was looking like it could be the Curtis Samuel game.
Josh even went to him on that third down. It was either third or fourth down for 3 yards. Just ripped one right into him. Didn't end up working out, but he was trusting him.
Yeah,
7 different receivers.
I wouldn't say that was Curtis's fault either. I think that was the timing and execution overall. But I think today spoke to ultimately the vibe that everybody eats in this offense. And I don't mean to be, what's the word when you're saying something and it's like corny as hell, because obviously that's what they've been saying. But when you can have Mac Hollins lead the team in receiving and you put up 30 points, even with a defensive touchdown, that's a great team effort.
Yep,
yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
I was just going to say 7 different receivers on the day. Ty Johnson and Kincaid got in there too. So, yeah, spread the ball around everywhere. What were you going to say?
And that's when you need guys to step up, too, with the absence of Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper. People thought the receiving problem would be a real problem in this game. And then defense steps up early. It inspires those offensive guys. And I am very surprised you telling me that box score about the numbers through the air, because I literally said on the pregame here at Rec Room to Maniac, kind of a joke, but I was like, yeah, we're playing under a dome, and for Bills Mafia logic, that means that Josh Allen's going to light it up through the air for 404 touchdowns. And then there he goes, like no through the air,
always
not many yards.
I will rant till any end. Give me those 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. Give me those things that make it difficult for someone that doesn't have a cannon arm. That's the setting I want Josh Allen in. But we talk about, obviously, we have Keon Coleman and Cooper out today. Just talking on the pod here on the Postgame Show podcast. We got those 2. Then, obviously, you got Khalil Shakir. Dalton Kincaid was the guy that they were hoping would be your receiver, obviously, in that spot as we get Mac, a lead bartender, in here. But, Micah.
Hey, go Bills!
Micah, as Mac checks in here, what are your thoughts outside of Shakir, Cooper, Keon? Who's your next guy up? Is it really Mac Hollins at this point?
Ooh, no, I mean, I feel like it's got to be. We got to look at Ty Johnson for what he did today. I feel like Josh was going to Ty Johnson in a lot of spaces there, where if it wasn't
also
like
put
one
his
of the
hands
main
on
guys,
Josh's ass and helped him get in the end zone. Not to interrupt
he did do that. That was a lovely moment by a couple just guys being dudes. Yeah, we're Max talk on the win.
Mac, take your time. Talk to the people. We got 1,000 people tuning in live. What do you got?
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Yeah, you don't need to. What were your thoughts on the Bills' performance?
Honestly, I couldn't really watch it. I was working hard.
You were working hard just like the Bills were.
Ripping shots.
Mac, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for us to beat Kansas City next week?
Like a BMS, like broke my scale, 10 out of 10, like we need.
1 to 10. I think it's about a 13 on my scale.
If you see me, you see me. If you don't,
She's the woman of the hour. That's Mac Myers, baby. And that's why we love Rec Room.
Micah, I'm going to talk to something, though, because I'm sure all our listeners are feeling it right now. Fuck the Denver fucking Broncos. I mean, you pieces of shit. You can't even make a 35-yard field goal. We were robbed, and the most important thing is that Don was calling this out from about 2 p.m. Producer Don, Dreamboat Don, by the way. Oh, we got Melch. How are we feeling?
Dan Melcher in the building.
I feel great after that win. Let's go, Bills!
That is, how great is it to be here at Rec Room with Melch?
I mean, it's the best feeling ever.
It is the best feeling
Where
ever.
else would you rather be?
Like Bills win. Let's go. But we got Dreamboat Don. Chill. What the shit?
Yo, this
Dreamboat Don. We got Dreamboat Don. Dreamboat Don rotated.
This is not no
Dreamboat. You were talking about that legacy Bo Nix drive. You were talking about that legacy Bo Nix drive all afternoon, and we finally got it, and they fucking blew it.
Oh my God! I was updating the boys with the
the Broncos Chiefs score more than the Bills score. It was my pick of the day. It was my plus 7.5 and my dog of the day at plus 300. Blocks kick. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Go fuck yourself.
Yo, Micah,
shout out
Makes no
Dreamboat
sense,
Don on
bro.
the ones and twos,
Shout
bringing you
out
this
Dreamboat
live
Don.
show from Rec Room on the Postgame podcast.
Micah, when that last James Cook touchdown happened, we were not even focused on the Bills game. We
Nope.
were just locked
Didn't
in
care.
on the live updates
Didn't care.
from Kansas City. And we couldn't believe our eyes that there was no score update when it said end of the fourth. I mean, that's a chip shot. That's what they ask people to do on College Game Day every slick Saturday.
I had it up there on the other screen watching the game. They should be. Next week is going to be. Let's talk about next week a little bit. It could have been for the 1 seed.
Though,
it's not going to
my
be.
God, I can't even talk to how much I was strapping for this to be for the 1 seed. We were recording the score updates live, but in a way, this is even better because nobody has beaten the Chiefs. Nobody has shown that they can be beaten in a 60-minute period. And when the Bills beat them by double digits,
Oh wow!
next week, it'll send a shockwave through the NFL slick.
I mean, we dominated the Chiefs in the regular season. Can we be honest with ourselves? But I don't want to brag about that too much. What up, Julia?
Get in here, girl. Get in here, girl.
Julia,
Come on now. Come on,
both
Julia.
of you.
Great Sunday Funday. Come on now. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are the Rec Room vibes?
You're live in front of 1,000 people.
What is this? Happy to be
We're live.
here.
About 1,300 people tuning in. They're seeing some very attractive ladies. They're excited. Rec Room vibes. Pretty great today, huh?
Oh,
How do you feel about going into Buffalo next week with the Chiefs coming to town?
is this honestly? It's gonna be a tough game.
We're on the
but
internet.
gonna
We're all over
pull
the
out.
internet, and I think we're on MySpace. I'm not even going to lie. I think we might be on MySpace.
I believe it.
He's gonna pull out. Pull out game strong.
What is going on over there?
Sick. Okay.
Talking to you?
People are talking.
I
They're
said I
saying they
believe it.
can't wait to
believe it
beat
too.
the
I
fucking
believe it.
Chiefs.
Does this train
next
ever
week.
stop?
Oh, we
Never stop.
100% are beating the Chiefs. We are beating the Chiefs.
Go
if
Bills,
my
baby.
life depends on it, we are beating the fucking Chiefs. Fuck Travis Kelce. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. They can all suck my dick.
You heard the woman.
Enough said. You heard the woman, and you can't unhear.
I don't want to ruin your mic, so put your hand down, but I'm a mic drop.
No. Okay.
Oh.
That worked
Well
out.
done. Well done. Well
Worked
done.
out.
Eric. Well done.
Wow.
Well done.
Electric.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All right, Electric. I think it's about time to wrap it up because we have a big weekend coming.
We got a big week coming up. Yeah, next week's gonna be crazy. You guys are gonna be there on the site and for Buffalo and Kansas City in OP.
Listen,
it's gonna be
this
electric.
is- this
guys,
is-
you know, listen to this. Hold up. Next Sunday,
Oh shit.
my birthday too. I need a birthday
what?
win. I need a birthday win.
Yo,
That's what we
they
need.
owe it to the mic.
They
man.
owe it
They
to
owe
me.
it to him.
We need one.
They
Can
have
I
to
just say
come
though?
through.
Next weekend we got Friday. We got Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul. Slick Saturday night, we got John Jones is fighting Stipe Miocic. And then we cap it off with Sunday. The Bills are hosting the Kansas City undefeated Chiefs at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
I was gonna say it before, but I'll say it now. This is straight up. This is a come home with your shield or on it situation. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Yeah, guys, did you know this? CBS crew will be live on
Oh,
site
Nance and
in Orchard
Nance and
Park, too.
Romo are
No.
gonna be jerking
nothing
each
to
other
do.
off.
The studio show. The studio show is posted up like College
Oh
Game
shit!
Day.
Oh, Slick's
Yeah.
Slick's got to get on that show.
I don't give a
Slick
shit
getting
unless
on
they
the
come in.
WGR
CBS
and
today.
CBS Studio NFL Today in the
What more?
same month.
He's a star.
I don't give a shit unless they come to the game day tailgate. Talk to me there.
Seriously.
Oh,
Amazing
all right,
time.
boys. Go
Great
enjoy
night
Rec
here.
Room.
Great to hear at Rec Room. It's 1-0. That's what Buffalo Bills do. That's what Picasso's do. It's always a win when you order that Picasso's pizza.
Let's go
Let's
Bills.
do it. Go Bills.